this guy any better. There's hella white noise. There we go. Check, 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 check. And then if I play this and don't talk. It's still super fuzzy. What if I raise this? Check, 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 check. Yeah, it's not bad. Sick. Okay. I think I fixed the majority of the audio issues. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's a lot better than what it was. Let's take a look. RJ Lowe, can you please show us how to set up TradingView? Yeah, of course. So, RJ, for the people that are not on Patreon, there's the tier 1, what's it called, algo, that's for free. I can pull it up on Discord right now. I should be able to pull it up on Discord right now. If you go to International Investing Discord, go to, let's see where it is. I put it somewhere here. No. could have sworn I put it in here somewhere. I guess it's not in here? Wow. Okay. Could have sworn there was a chat for this, but there's not. Wow. Sorry about that, RJ Lowe. I'll make a chat and put the step-by-step tutorial on how to set it up. Damn, I feel bad now. Load. Let me load V1 and just copy this, and I'll make sure that sharing is on. Cool. What's up, girl? Oh my god. You see this? Look at this. What's up, girl? I'm live right now. I can't play. I can't play. I'm trading stocks. I know. Oh, I know. You can't do that. You're such a good girl. Yeah, RJ, I made a chat for it. All you gotta do is click that link, right? Click the link and save the layout to apply the version 1 is free to everyone to try, and version, it's the latest one that I have out for the public right now, version 3. Version 3 is Patreon. Over here, check this out. I just made this new chat, version 1 algo for free, just for you, RJ. So if you need version 1 of the algo, here it is, and that's for anyone that just wants to try it out. It's completely free. This is just version 1. You click this link, you can hit copy it, and then you can save the layout, and then once the layout is saved, it applies to your account, no matter you're on your phone, you're at work, whatever, on desktop, and then whatever ticker you put in, the algo will pop up. Alright, that's just version 1. If you want the upgraded versions, you have to join the Patreon, and that's just so I can cover my trading view costs. What we got? Bronx Trading? Yeah, I know the audio is terrible, guys. I'm trying to fix it. Let's see how that is. It's still fuzzy. How's that? Did this fix the problem? I think it's a little bit better, but the mic's still like super fuzzy, right? What about now? Check. I'm gonna try to fix this on the fly right now. Check. Audio settings for OBS video. Check. Test. Test. Put a noise gate on it. You said it's fixed? Oh, it's a lot better. How about that? Sweet. Okay. What time is it? Like, market's about to open, right? Alright, so check this out. This is what we're looking at for today, everyone. What's up? Alright, so in here we got basically the hard to borrow stock list. This is kind of like a crazy spreadsheet that developers and I have been kind of working on, experimenting with. Some of these plays we've actually put in Discord. It's just that, you know, we were working on getting, you know, this list better. What this basically does is this spreadsheet is meant to kind of create a watch list at the pre-market, and it creates this watch list the night before, actually, so there's no rush in the pre-market to like try and scramble for a watch list or anything like that. The way it works is it takes a certain set of parameters, like low float stocks with, you know, high short interest, and it finds them on Finviz. And then once it finds them on Finviz, we basically sync it with the hard to borrow list that's made public, and then we order them from the basically the float remaining divided by the total volume traded the last trading day. So as you can see, we can find some stocks that are basically being naked shorted, for lack of a better term here, because, I mean, like, do the math. You have a total amount of shares for Insignia Systems, or ISIG, of 1 million shares, and you got a volume traded last trading day of 5.8 million. So close to 6 times the total volume was traded in the last trading day, and the stock is already 54% short of the total float. The borrow fee is looking around 500%, so shorts are obviously pressured to close, and there's close to no shares available to short. So stuff like this, when you see this, is like, you know, this is an awesome trade for long people or bears, or sorry, not bears, bulls, because to me it seems like the shorts don't really have any gas left in their tank type deal. So I try to find trades like this and just swing them with the algo, you know. Looks like Longevron's kind of done for. I know there's a couple people like GMA Carlos and David Stout actually did really well in this play. But hey, congrats, hats off to you guys. It was a nice little rip there. If we look at LTV, this was Longevron for the last like 5-ish days. It like built up, ripped here, built up again, ripped here a little bit. These plays that show up on the screener, they usually rip pretty hard when they rip, and this is kind of like a good example of that. If we look at, you know, the long position, if we took a long position anywhere in here, pretty much we'll just make it an average. There was 30% to be made, right? So typically, like, if you're, as long as you're not super greedy with it, like, and let's say you have a 2 to 5% mental stop loss like the Tim Sykes method has, then from there you can just you know, try to make as much as you can, get like 10 to 30%, maybe even more from these short squeezes without putting yourself at too much risk. All right, what do you mean? What, audio is bad still? Check. Can you hear me? Hello, hello. How's it now? Bullish on GME for this month? Yeah, super bullish. It's January. You know what happened? It's like, there's so many things. First of all, I mean, isn't Evergrande still like even untradeable still? January. Oh, seems like it's trading again. It was on a halt down or something like that recently. Ooh. I do think Evergrande is tied into it purely because when GameStop ripped last time, in last January, Evergrande just kind of like took a nose fall. It almost went to 0. So maybe Evergrande was supposed to default last year. It's just speculation, and they realized they couldn't let it fail. I believe they're trying to extend their bond payment for another 6 months. It's possible, yeah. To be honest with you, though, I'm not really too worried about GameStop because Cohen, you know, every earnings he's basically increasing sales. So as long as GameStop keeps increasing sales, it's going to be a slower method of achieving the end state, but we'll still get there. So I'm not really that worried about it. Anytime it's low, I kind of just funnel over some cash or some trading profits from these side trades, and you know, it is what it is. I get more shares. That's how you play the game, I guess. I really want to see iSig rip. See like buy signals. It's just like it's not moving really naturally. It doesn't really make sense altogether, because if you look at like the total float right here of 1 million, and then you look at the volume traded, like 6 times the total float has been traded. You know, half of the entire float is short sold. The borrow fee is still 500%. So whoever's holding this short seems very, very confident that this stock is like worth nothing. But it doesn't really make sense to hold like a 500% borrow fee rate as a short seller. You're just gonna bleed money like super hard. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna stay in iSig just because I don't know how the price is not, you know, how are they keeping this price down? Doesn't really make much sense to me, but I mean it does. It's called naked short selling. I mean, how else do you have trading like this? You know, the shares available are 1 million and you're trading 6 million, and half of those shares are already short. So you're really trading, you know, half of a million. How many times over in a single trading day? 12. And that was just yesterday. If you look at the other days of trading, we have, you know, the volume here was, sorry, that's not ice. I guess iSig wasn't on this day. Look over here. iSig is right here. Volume again is 1.7 million. Float short is still 53%. So they traded the float 3 times. And then you see over here, number 1 up here, volume 9 million. They traded 500,000, you know, 18 times in that trading day. This one's the one that really gets you right here. 1 million float trades 24 times the float, and half of it was shorted. So 48 times the float in a single trading day here on December 31st. And the price really hasn't gone up that much. To me, that's signs of some naked short selling for sure. And would you look at this candle, like they brought it all the way down here to try and fake out the longs, and then the candle immediately went back up to here. You see how volatile this thing is? Yeah, it's trying to go, yeah. Look how volatile this thing is. Look, the candle is look at the spread on this. The spread on this stock right now just is fluctuating by 8%. It's currently fluctuating by 8% in price immediately, like this. You see that? It went like boop boop. And I'm just chilling in iSig because like the numbers don't lie. You know what I mean? Like look at this. These are numbers that back in January when people saw this for GameStop would like jump at the chance to like trade something like this. And you know, I just showed you that there's obvious evidence that this stock is being naked short sold. It's not even close. Like how else do you explain that you traded the entire tradable float 48 times in one trading day, and that was on December 31st, not even like, you know, 7 days ago, last week. I'm like, come on, doesn't make any sense. You know, secret ingredient is crime. I guess we'll see how long we get away with it. Yeah, there's a nice scalp to be had here on metamaterials. 18%? Yeah. That was a nice little move. You're just waiting here. If I was trading metamaterials today, I'd be looking for a buy signal somewhere in here. Because we had a weak sell here, we had a weak sell here. We're looking for buys now. We're below the simple moving average. Which means down here, we're absolutely looking for buys. And then we're looking to sell it above the simple moving average somewhere when we see a sell. It's that easy. ATHE. This stock looks like it's trading off of news because the charting doesn't make sense. Probably had a news release or something, yeah? What's your thoughts on AMC? I mean, AMC and GME are in the same boat, man. Oh, this is actually a great time to buy. Sweet time to buy AMC. All you AMC apes, there's a huge buy opportunity right here. I'm waiting for iSig to pop right now. I'm already in. I have a strong buy on time. I'll go on the 5-day with metamaterials and a regular one right after. Yeah, we some fly with owners, got them acting like they been before, but they ain't never been at all. 8 balls, I was in the 5-day. Have time to fuck with y'all. Champagne when we celebrate. King sense, so I smell the hate. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a buy signal yet. I'm not sure if you have TradingView Premium or not, or if you're using the Hekinashi candles. Make sure you have Hekinashi candles, and I use 15 minutes traditionally. I feel like it's easier to swing stocks with 15 minutes. If you're trying to day trade, I absolutely recommend dropping it. Oh, bottom left 5-day. Gotcha. Nah, I still won't got one. It's close. We see some bullish divergence there. But we don't have the DMARC 9. I mean, AMC from a long position. I'd make sure your candles are right. And make sure, yeah, if I put it to 5-day, it puts the chart into 5 minutes. I typically trade in 15. I mean, AMC from a long position, is there any chance AMC does what it's supposed to do, or is it just another stock to trade? AMC fundamentally, movies are selling right now. They're selling great. The question is that AMC is facing right now is the movie hype going to continue throughout the entire year, or is it going to slowly die off, and all of this extra sales that are occurring right now are just like backlog movies from COVID when people didn't want to release movies? You know what I mean? So that's kind of like the speculatory side of AMC, is like, you know, there's no other real. I mean, yes, they're going into NFTs, and NFTs for movies are making people go to the movies to get this nice little, like, you know, token that says I went to the premiere or whatever. But that's kind of like the thing that AMC needs to figure out. It's, you know, how are we going to, I guess, adapt and make more money, because they do need to make a significant amount over their overhead costs and continuously make that amount in order to pay off their debt, or they need to do a share offering eventually. And while they weren't going to do a share offering for the remainder of 2021, now we're coming into 2022, and, you know, Adam only promised not to do an offering until 2022, so here we are. AMC could absolutely do a share offering, I guess, if the leadership wanted to. They probably have to go to a vote first, but it scares me a little bit. But at the same time, you know, there's the potential of the squeeze, and the only thing that I would be worried about is, let's say AMC starts squeezing and then they decide to do the share offering, since I believe the share offering 2021, but that is certainly in the back of your head, is start squeezing. So weird, I was trying to... Is the audio good now? See any more squeeze? The catalysts are on that historical day. There's implications of trading occurring after gets half of that money in tax you sell after that day, in before that day. And the longer this drags on, the more and more government is out on taxes, and the regulators are ultimately... So it's possible that the government puts more of a foot down on the regulators to do something about this. Have our sell so that we pay taxes. Your micro makes problems. Yeah, sorry. I honestly don't know how to fix it. I'm sure there's a way to fix it, but I just don't know how. Yeah, I just wanted to hop on real quick and kind of show you guys some stuff that I was looking at least. Take a look at sells here. The float of sells, 2 million, 20% short, and it's seeing 7.6 million in volume. That's pretty good. BFRI is also showing high numbers again. Yeah, the screener is pretty rad, man. I'm hoping that after I fix this microphone problem, I can do a lot more live trading, at least in the pre-market, and kind of use the screener, and you guys can use my channel to your advantage and kind of, you know, use the screener to create a watch list in the beginning of the days and try to profit off of it. David's one of the developers, and I think last week he made 4 trades, and he was up something like 200% or something because of the screener. Yeah, LGVN. Yeah, that's how a lot of these plays are found, man. Like, if the shorts don't have a way to short the stock anymore, and people start buying it, they eventually have to cover because the borrow fee is already 500%. There's not much room for them to do anything. If they short it more, you know, the float starts getting to GameStop numbers, and the borrow fee goes above 500%, so they're forced to cover even sooner. So there's really no... It's like a pressure cooker, right? They're stuck in a pressure cooker, and if they turn up the heat on themselves by shorting it more, then it's only going to explode higher. So they're kind of kind of trapped, in my opinion. That's kind of how this works. And if you look at the previous ranks here for the days, iSig ranked 4th, 5th, 1st, and 1st on the rankings here for the short squeeze scanner. So, yep. And I think there was a post on Reddit or Twitter where someone was able to find the locates for these shorts on iSig, and it was somewhere around the $4 range. So shorts are bleeding bad right now. Yeah. I think they're trying to knock the price down more, but inevitably they're gonna have to cover this. Ooh. The funny thing about iSig too is there's no contracts for iSig. There's no calls or puts, so there's no way to really manipulate this. It's just straight shares. The only way to hedge a short is with shares, and buying shares affects the underlying price. Buy AMC? Nah, it's normal. It's like not even worth it to really look at AMC and GameStop anymore because the candles just normally fluctuate whole dollars in like seconds. It doesn't even matter. Unless you're trying to swing each of these buy and sells, in which case you can make a lot of money doing that. You can look at this. So this is kind of like the experimental stuff that I've been working on. I converted the algo into a strategy, so for backtesting purposes, to see like how to improve the algo and stuff like that. We can do things like this, which are quite interesting. We can go to pyramiding here. We can turn it up. Pyramiding basically makes the algo act more like a human being. And when you do that, you can get profits like this within a matter of months. So, you know, it's pretty insane with what backtesting can do and kind of help the process here. What makes it even more insane is if you combine the algo with things and tools like the screener, and we take a look at LGVN, I believe it was. You can even bring the pyramiding down here so it works. And we see things like this, right? These stocks that have high volatility that are prone to short squeezes that we are tracking daily. If we just let the algo trade them, we get volatility spikes and the algo catches almost all of them. As you can see here, 93.33% of the trades the algo took were profitable, and the total net return was 1,400%. So we see things like this, and when people ask me like, hey, does your algo work? Like, yes, we have backtested it. We have created it into an entire strategy just to provide stats and backtesting, and it has really been paying off. As long as you're, you know, diligent and disciplined with this, you can make a lot of money. It's very easy. It's not rocket science. Like, it tells you when to buy and sell. Really, it's just a matter of being disciplined and disciplining yourself. You look at, I think Relly was another one of the stocks that was on the scanner. Bring pyramiding down here. Okay, I guess sometimes the strategy tester doesn't work for whatever reason. Go to, what's the stock we're looking at? iSig. Bring pyramiding up. Yeah, 22% net profit, and it didn't even really squeeze yet. Like, tell me like where you can just do this. You know what I mean? Thoughts on BBIG? Hey, cheers, Sweden. I remember the stock was like $2 out of nowhere, but I think they did something that like shareholders didn't like or something. Yeah. It looks like we're ready to do one of. It's a cup and handle right now, right? When you see it trending down like this and it starts to curve out, it's a cup and handle pattern, right? You see the bullish, like, you know, the bullish signal's building up. It's gonna do a cup and handle type deal. The question of when is it gonna rebound, right? And I would say at a strong buy. And if you don't believe me, look at this strong buy here, and look what happened immediately after, right? This was 2 or 3 days after, where we're all the way up here. And you can absolutely take advantage of these swings, like I'm telling you guys. Look at this. You want to take advantage of these swings? That's 25% right there in 2 days. I'm telling you, like, it absolutely works, and it's absolutely worth it, you know? You could have Lux Algo and all this other stuff for $60 a month. You just have this. It's very easy to use and everything. I'm not even like hyping myself up or anything. I'm just saying it's the cheapest, most efficient way. And look, you know, I'll show you the proof in the pudding right here. This is the back testing on BBIG. And if we look at BBIG recently, it's been trending downwards. And the algo's still winning. And it only takes long trades. It doesn't take short trades. See what I mean? The average trade it's taken has a 20% return. It's 100% profitable on 9 total trades. You know, this is why I wanted to make it into a strategy for people to kind of see the results that are absolutely achievable that we're getting. You know, it started out where I'll actually show you. I'll show you the version that we started on. We'll load V1 real quick. Right? We'll load V1. This is what version 1 of the algo looked like. Right? And people were like, oh, like, how do you trade like this? What do you mean? Like, look, there's the check mark, there's the notes. There's the caution sign, that's the weak sell. Like, it's the same algo. We just made it look prettier. It's the same thing. Look, there's the buy right there, and then when you sell right here, the sell right here probably. You know, depending on it. Look, you got the 7 and 8 right here, and the three bearish indicators, and you have the bullish indicators here. It's the same program. It just looks prettier with the higher versions. And the only reason why I asked a Patreon is so that, you know, I'm not paying ridiculous out-of-pocket costs for TradingView and everything like that. Because, you know, I really don't even need TradingView myself. I really don't. Now that I have all these tools and everything, I just, you know, just use the screener, and I can have all this without even being premium, and without even, you know, the premium's just so that I have the alerts and they're on time for the Discord. You really don't need premium to run this. But, you know, if you look at the progress between there and here, you know, huge difference. Look at how user-friendly this is. But, you know, that's the cost of software engineers and all kinds of other stuff. Stuff ain't cheap. But I try to give it away for close to free. If eventually I can come out with a mobile app or something like that to where I can get the overhead covered by ad revenue, I would love to do that. Just so I just make it free for everyone on Reddit and everything, and just like give back. But yeah, making the mobile app work with TradingView is kind of a nightmare. as I found out. Um, and right now it's not, it was the priority for the projects that I was working on, but then when I realized the scope of like how big it is and how little I know about mobile apps and stuff like that and how little I know about APIs, it became kind of like on the back burner. And one of the other things that we started working on and that we're close to finishing is auto trading with the algo, for people that are not disciplined. The only thing that I'm worried about with the auto trading system is once it's finished, releasing it to the public or releasing it to the Discord or releasing it to YouTube, because there are like implications where, if auto trading doesn't go for a viewer or a Discord member and their money was auto traded, like how does that fall back on me? Like what's the legal implications, right? So that's the only thing I'm worried about with that side of the house. But it's kind of, for me, I'm doing it for a proof of concept, right? It's one of those things where it's like I see the hedge funds doing it right in my face every day, and it makes me mad. And I've created something to where I can fight back to the point where I'm actually making ridiculous returns. Like I said, I'll show you the strategy tester right there, 184% in like 3 months. If you would just trade this ticker alone and do zero homework on screening stocks every week and everything like that, you just put it into one ticker and just let the algo run, right? So the way that I see it is, why can't I be a high frequency trader as well? Why can't retail be a high frequency trader and beat them at their own game? That's how I put it. You know what I mean? If I'm smart enough to create the API and auto trade off of my algorithm, what's stopping me from doing the same thing they're doing? If they're getting away with it and they're making tons of money, why can't I? You know what I mean? Why can't retail do the same thing? So I don't know. Eventually we'll find a way to make it to where I'm not legally responsible for anyone, and then maybe people can get license keys or something to use it, but it's definitely a dangerous beast. I haven't even decided what I'm gonna call it yet. Probably like Oracle or something. I don't know. Yeah, I say stair stepping it a little bit. It's pretty nice. VCRA. Holy cow, what happened here? I'm guessing news or something? Oh, they were acquired by someone, yeah. It's off of news. Ford is trading a lot with zero change. I'm always just curious to see what's trading. Let's take a look at the watch list I have. Let's get the primary basket right now. Bed Bath & Beyond is the highest of the primary basket with Sears the... Oh, what is that earnings? What the heck? Estimate was break even and they did terrible. Why'd they do so bad on earnings and then the stock went up? There's the share buybacks. Yeah, I just got a playlist on for trading stocks. It's not even my playlist. Secondary basket. Tertiary basket. Weed basket. Let's see what BFRI is doing. BFRI is starting to look like prime for another rip soon. Because, you know, it was starting to stack back up. And this huge run up, right? And then the number's been stacking up ever since. People shorted here, they're shorting here, they're shorting here. Eventually, these shorts have to, you know, return the stock, and it's gonna probably finish somewhere in here. But, you know, timing that is the key, and stuff like this helps you get to stuff like this. You know what I mean? Stuff like this helps you get to stuff like this. You know, we see strong buys like this, and we get up here. You know what I mean? Sometimes you take a normal buy, and even if you sell here, it's not that bad. But, you know, no algorithm's perfect, right? And if you look at the net profit here, we're looking at 228%. And if you give it more capabilities like a human, you can pyramid even higher and higher and higher. And it caps out at 8 pyramiding. But this is the, if it traded like a human, this is the highest percent profit it could get. All pyramiding does is it allows it to buy multiple times without selling. And it allows it to sell whenever it sees the next signal. So, you know, as a human, basically if I saw a buy here, right, and the stock went down, I saw another buy here, I would just average down, right? If you don't increase pyramiding, then you don't allow the back testing to do that. So that's all pyramiding does. Whenever you're testing strategy in TradingView. You always want to start on pyramiding 1 though, because if you don't, some stocks they can't handle pyramiding because there's not enough entries. And if there's not enough entries, then the pyramiding, when you select that pyramid, the strategy code just like shuts off and it doesn't work. So always start a chart on 1 pyramid, and then once you're on the chart, you can increase it, and you can see kind of like if you took multiple buys here and if you took multiple sells here, what your revenue would be. That's probably really confusing. I think I saw a strong buy in Amazon earlier. Oh no, it was this normal buy right here, and then it had like a strong bearish right here. Microsoft took quite the dive here. Microsoft's down Close to 10%? That's interesting. Off of no earnings, no news? If you like Microsoft, now's a good time. Nice. Cohen tweet. Oh yeah, GameStop does have 100 million out buybacks. If they dip the price too much, they're just gonna buy the shares back. That'd be hilarious. Oh my god, I love that. Credit Suisse to lay off New York employees that shuts hedge fund down? Oh shit. Long Tell. This guy's a really good trader. I highly recommend to follow him. Fun fact, this guy is one of the only people that deep follows on Twitter. That's how I found this guy out. Long on Tell, Financial Catalyst plus LNG Market Dynamics. Yeah. Hey, I'll share this. I'll retweet this. It looks like a decent DD. If you're a value investor, this guy does a really, really good job getting some good plays. I'd back him. I'd say the majority of his plays do really well. He's the one who put me on to gold, and I did my own DD, and I was like, yeah, gold is extremely later. Also, if you haven't seen this, I highly recommend watching this. It explains why GME ran in January. I did show a post from the iBrokers president, and he basically says the same thing, but he beats around the bush about it. And you kind of have to infer what he's saying, whereas this guy right here, this guy does not beat around the bush. He tells you exactly what it is, like the way it is. And if you don't know anything about the market, he breaks it down pretty easy to understand too for retail. Trust me, you get what you give. Yeah. You gotta come to my side and see how we live. Yeah. I cannot see heaven being much better than this. Yeah. Blessings on blessings for me and my niggas from the six. Look at what we did. Yeah. Where'd your hair go, dude? I'm doing a toast. You're not normal. For niggas that don't really do shit, I swear I'll be doing the most. Stop worrying about whoever's next. I am just worried about my mama worrying less. I think I'm famous enough. I don't need any more press. I am convinced I'm the only one. That's cool that I did that video though about some tips. So for the holiday, it was really nice. Always keep that up. Sometimes I just think Charlie like, just goes off his rocker and I don't even really know what he's talking about. So every morning I'm up cause I can't let him down. Always down for the cause, never down for the count. I guess when your stars align, you do like the solar system and plan it out. So I'm going overtime on the overtime. Yeah, I'm not invested, but you can't attest it. $1 million goals managed to manifest it. The family never going anorexic. I pay my mortgage and electric. Never going under even with anesthetics. At the top of the rap game and progressing. Check after check, checking off my checklist. Try and blow my cake, just know that's a death wish. No mistakes in life ever, it's only lessons. Shit feel like Shaq and Penny got back together. You tore the game apart, who put it back together? I'm here Nicola's back. Oh my god. This stock went from being like the best stock on the stock market, super hyped, to being a complete scam, and now actually having a car, to suing Tesla. Like, this company's all over the place. I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole. Market's like dead today. There's literally nothing going on. I'm looking at these short plays and just nothing's taking off. This is one of those times where like you notice there's no movement and you're just like, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna set some alerts. It's a pretty boring day, honestly. Cells isn't doing anything. And Chevron's not doing anything. BFRI not doing anything. They're all trading the same. Relly. Nothing. David was nice enough to highlight these last night.
She think I'm the realest out, and I say, damn, that makes two of us. Oh, that look like what's her name? Chances are it is what's her name. Chances are if she was acting up, then I fucked her once and never fucked again. She could have a Grammy, I still treat her ass like a nominee. Just need to know what that pussy like, so one time is fine with me. Young ass an intern, with money like I built the shit. Streets talking that confirm.
EFOI.
Who just catch shit. Stay keeping my cup full, so I'm extra charged like a state tax.
Hey, they all look the same. They all look exactly the same. It's funny how the market maker does that, right? What a joke. What a boring day of trading. Look at this. This is the only one that's broken the pattern. Everyone else is just trading the same like this. Every other stock on the screener right now is going like this. This is the only stock that's holding. It makes you think like, wow, if all the other ones are being shorted down right now, I wonder why this one isn't being shorted down. Oh yeah, because it's 500% borrow fee, and there's no shares available, and there's no options chain to synthetically short it. If anyone wants to short it 120% without using synthetics or leaving themselves open to an options chain, good luck. God bless. Yeah. Otherwise, it looks like a pretty dead day of trading. Sometimes you just see days like this. Like, look, we came on at like 8:45, 8:30, right? We scouted the plays yesterday night, and nothing's moving. Sometimes that happens. You just set an alarm, you set an alert, and you just peace out. You know what I mean? Yeah, good luck shorts. That's what I'm saying, man. Really, like, I don't see how they come back from this one. I think they're trapped and there's no way out. But that's my opinion. You know, take it with a grain of salt. Yada yada. A strong buy right here is all I need to see. I'm in it. I'm in it and I'm holding, chilling. If you're not in it and you're looking to get in it, I would try and wait below this this yellow line right here and try to find it. Try to find a buy somewhere in this area. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and like kind of helping with my audio. I want to try and start streaming before market open more often, so that you can all get kind of like a watch list from what I'm looking at. I hope my audio is fixed. I think I saved all the settings, so hopefully next time I'm good to go. Any last questions? Anything anyone wants me to look at while I'm here? I'm thinking about just setting like an alerts for iSig because there's literally nothing else. Like nothing's moving right now. Just wasting time looking at charts. And sometimes it's like this, like you can't be discouraged. You're like, you just set an alarm and go watch Netflix or something. Yeah. pretty much it. Easy. You see the math checks out, right? We see the buy signals are there. That's it. It's trading in a nutshell pretty much for me. Alright, well, hey, thanks everyone for tuning into the stream. I hope that the Hard to Borrow watch list kind of like put some stocks on your radar, and you kind of see like how I scout for plays and everything like that. And I hope you can see why I use the algorithm, because it can be incredibly profitable if you use it right. You know, like this stock, we're waiting for the stock to squeeze, and even pre-squeeze while it's going down, there's a 22% net profit by using the algo. So, you know, we look at Chevron, one that just squeezed. We look at profit like this, you know what I mean? It's pretty insane what you can do with this, right? So, look, I made the back testing. In the performance summary, it shows you the logs and everything. Show you the list of trades, just to prove that, you know, how nasty this algo is. I can use it on crypto. I can do BTC USD, right? I can use it on crypto, and look, I'm getting returns while crypto's going down. I can use it on, you know, I can use it on Dogecoin, and wow, it got 11% return on Dogecoin, and Dogecoin's been taking a complete poop lately. Like, there's stuff that's you know, it only takes long trades, so like it doesn't open you to short selling, and you can use it on anything, literally anything. You can even use it on Forex. Loopring, you want me to look at Loopring? Yeah, sure. If it peaks at 5, we got a 212% return, and it looks like it's 80% profitable out of 16 total trades. And you can actually see the strategy executing buys and sells and everything. So it's quite literally just like kind of trading on its own. This is a new like experimental version that I haven't put out there, Michelangelo. There's a reason why I don't put this one out there, is because it opens me up to a lot of liabilities and stuff. But auto trading is a project that we're working on. Whether or not it's ever going to be available for viewers, I'm not sure if I want to expose myself to that risk, but it's certainly something that we're testing. So, and there is a lot of bugs to it so far. It's not even close to being finished, but yeah. As far as future Loopring price action, we can see kind of a bullish change right here. The bearish trend looks like it's done because there's this reversal here. So right now you're kind of looking at a cup and handle forming. It's going to do one of these. So when you see the next bearish trend here, it'd probably be a good time to sell, and then look to buy somewhere in here, right? Just typical cup and handle. Hopefully that helps. Cool. Alright, well, thanks everyone for tuning in. Definitely going to make some more videos coming up and put some content out. But as of right now, I'm still kind of chilling. I'm not working until next week, so just trying to enjoy my time off and everything. Just sitting at home, staying away from Seattle by all means, and trying to stay out of the snow when possible. Thanks for tuning in, and appreciate the support. Hopefully this helps you for your trading day today. and I'll be looking to do this more often. And also, thanks for the help cleaning up my audio. I don't know why this OBS doesn't save my settings, but hopefully it's all fixed tomorrow. Alright. See you, everyone.